Alright, so quick little garden tour this morning. Not a whole bunch going on. We did do 4 more boxes out front here. They're all planted out with flowers and lettuces, and just got to keep them wet till they sprout. And then we got our first blueberry plant that will end up going back in the blueberry area, which we'll see soon. There's been a little progress made back there. Everything out here is pretty much the same. Potatoes are growing really well. Look how these things are doing good. We filled the bags up with dirt. So started out with, this much dirt. And then once they grow, you fill it up, and then this whole thing will be full of potatoes. That's about it here. We got some starts, different stuff, broccolis and cabbage and some different things that were hardening off. They came from the sprout station downstairs. And back here, chickens as normal. Pepper plant's doing really well. We've gotten a lot off of them. Don't have a lot of fruit right now that needs to be harvested because we've been picking so much. We must have got 4 or 5 pounds of tomatoes yesterday and a bunch of other stuff. Lots of green tomatoes that we're waiting for those to blush and start changing. This area where all the sunflowers were at, we removed everything. We got one little volunteer tomato plant that it's going to get pulled out soon. Just waiting for the utility companies to come show us where the lines are, because I'm going to put some drainage in at the top there. But that'll eventually get filled in with mulch and blueberry plants. Probably like 4 to 6 of them. We got these, I think these are the winter squash. They're coming in really good. Those were planted from seed. We've got some other stuff here coming in that was all from seed. Corn is doing really well. Last couple of times we tried to do corn, it didn't do so hot. So this one looks like it's going to do pretty good. Then we got some other cucumbers and some tomatoes for the end of the year. Over here we got some more squash plants. Some peppers getting really big. Then we had to pull all of our big squash plants out because the bugs got them, vine borers and squash bugs. So we replanted from seed, and that's what all that is coming up. We got one of our original ones still hanging on, doing really well. We've been kind of vigilant at checking for squash bugs and making sure they're dead. And we got a bunch of other ones coming from seed. This bed, oh, that sun's bright. This bed we planted a bunch of seed, not a lot of stuff. We're missing a few rows. Like 1, 2, 3 of the rows we planted didn't do so well, so we'll have to replant there. We got some small watermelons growing in. It's kind of late to plant them, but they're the small ones, so they should fruit in time for us to get some watermelon at the end of the year before it gets cold. This bed, kind of same deal. We planted stuff in it from seed, and we had a few rows that didn't really make it. So that stuff that we saw earlier in the start trays, that will go in to fill this stuff out, so not a big deal. More tomatoes. We've actually gotten a couple of 1 pound tomatoes, a little over a pound, which was cool. More peppers. Did dig this out. This was all the raspberries that we won't do again in that space. So we're going to get rid of this and just make it grass up to the house, since we're growing so much out here. Having stuff up next to the house is hard to deal with because you get all these weeds and stuff up against the house that you can't reach all the time, and it's not, I don't know, it's not fun. The beds are a lot easier to deal with, so we're kind of phasing out this up against the wall stuff. Same here. I'm going to section this off so it goes around like that. Try to keep that artichoke plant coming on till we at least get something off of it, and then it'll eventually go. All this stuff is going to go away and do grass up against the house. Same thing here. This will eventually all go away. We may leave some flowers right in that section since it's next to the gate that still hasn't been installed, which reminds me I need to call them. It was supposed to get here last week. It's only been like 3-4 months now. Flowers coming in. Don't know all what that's going to end up being because I kind of just Johnny Appleseeded it. All our sunflowers are dying off. Would like to get these seeds out of there. Pull this back. See, the seeds are still white. They need to turn brown. I'm hoping they'll turn before animals get to them. You're supposed to bag them off so that they can't reach them. I may do that with some of these larger ones. That one actually looks like it's about ready. Yeah, those are about done. Some of those we can collect. Back here, nothing, all the same stuff. Nothing really happening. Got some of that stuff growing in. I've been getting lettuce out of here for dinner at night. The fig tree that we planted is doing awesome. Let's go get a close-up of it. Yeah, like this is all new growth here. Leaves are looking great. So I think this guy's going to do really well here. One thing I'm trying is these little things filled with dirt. You scratch off the bark, fill it with dirt, put this on, wait 15 days, and you cut it here. There should be a root ball here that you can plant. And that's it. Have a great day.